and green lineup. And those new players are number 8, Jimmy Holton, who's a central midfielder, big lad in the midfield, who signed for us today from Coventry Sphinx. So Jimmy Holton, the first of the new signings, and the prodigal son is back. Ross Briscoe returns to Coventry United after a couple of months away from the club. He left United at the end of last season due to work commitments, but Briscoe is back and he's in the starting lineup. So Holton and Briscoe both in the starting lineup. So let's go through the full starting 11 for Coventry United. Number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Lewis Hudson. 4, Tommy Glasgow. 5, Chris Cox. Number 6 is Rob Prinzel. 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Jimmy Holton. 9, Simeon Townsend. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Ross Briscoe. And on the bench we have number 12, Gilbert Cugby Zion. Number 13, Joe Connor. 14, Dylan Notshuddy. And 15 is Muzzy Unduna. And for Brocton, number 1, Aidan Stone. 2, Luke Wright. 3, Josh Wilson. 4, Ben Taylor. Number 5, Adam Robinson. 6, this is quite an exotic name, Kenny Devois, I believe it is. It's a French pronunciation, I believe. Number 7, Jack Edwards. 8, Daniel Lomas. Number 9, Paul McMahon. 10, David Applewhite. And 11, Connor. There's a starting lineup for both Brocton and football content. And also, believe me, it's going to be an absolutely cracking game of football. And here come the teams of Brocton and Coventry United as we get set to go. As usual, today's show is sponsored by Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom, heating and plumbing needs. Just head to grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for all you need to know about the company, store locations, the latest special offers. Give them a look. Brocton in green and white, Coventry United in red and green this evening on a pretty chilly night in Stafford. We'll be trying to keep you up to date with everything that's happening elsewhere, including the Sky Blues of Coventry City, who are away tonight against Bolton Wanderers, who currently sit in 3rd place in the League One table. A lot of Champions League action as well. Quite a few games have been called off in the Midland League Premier Division because of the weather. It was touch and go whether tonight's match was going to be going ahead here at Silkmore Lane, but thankfully we have got a game to bring you tonight. This is the time of year where games become a little bit more sporadic at this level, with pitches being heavily soaked by rain. Last season, I believe we only had 1 or 2 matches in December. It was the month that we were supposed to be starting our coverage on Coventry United match day. But yeah, story writes itself there. A lot of games cancelled during the winter of 2015. Let's hope the winter of 2016 will be a little bit better. So, of course, the big news for Coventry United, 2 new signings. Ross Briscoe returning to the Red and Greens after a couple of months out with United at the end of the 2015-16 campaign, where United won promotion to the Premier Division. He's back now. He had to pull out of competition because of work commitments. And Jimmy Holton also starting for United for the first time on the same day as he signed from Coventry Sphinx. It's going to be United to kick things off. Simeon Townsend in the centre circle. Let's hope United can be more potent in front of goal after a 3-1 home defeat against Highgate. You can catch highlight of that match on YouTube. So after this game, why not head over to the playlist, which is called The Best Bits, and have a look. Referee checks that everything is okay. And here we go. We are underway at Suckmore Lane, Coventry United against Brocton. And it's live on YouTube. Josh O'Grady forced back into his own half by Luke Wright. Glasgow plays it back to Rob Prinzel, playing it centre back this evening. Looking for an option. Here is a first touch for Jimmy Holton in midfield for Coventry United. Thornton, formerly of Coventry City, of course. Glasgow, back to Thornton. Glasgow once again. Briscoe gets his first touch back for United. And a foul to Coventry United for a push in the back of Ross Briscoe. He's not an easy man to force down. He wasn't pushed off his feet, but too much pressure from behind, according to the referee. Glasgow. Briscoe. Back to Glasgow. Tries to play it to Holton. It's a good interception. United have it back. Holton. Thornton playing it around in the centre. Thornton, the scorer of United's only goal on Saturday, a penalty kick in the second half. His pass to Holton catches the former Sphinx man off guard, and United lose the ball. Alderwhite over to Jack Edwards. Right. Here's Devois. Adam Robinson plays it onto the left-hand side with Josh Wilson. Back to the goalkeeper, Aidan Stone. Hoops that one forward, intercepted in the centre circle by Tommy Glasgow. O'Grady out-muscled. Moodin wins it back. Here's Chris Cox. Hudson. Brocton not allowing United to progress up the field. Hudson does well to out-sprint his man. Good work from the teenage left-back. Here's Ross Briscoe, and he was trying a long pass. It didn't get the height that it needed, and it came straight off Kevin Thornton out for a Brocton throw. Tries to make progress down the right-hand side. Puts in the cross, and it will go all the way onto the other line, and gone over the line. It will be a throw into Coventry United. Connor Leake unable to keep it in. A few of the Coventry United lads, the players and the fans had a pretty tough time getting here to Brocton tonight. Some pretty heavy roadworks and tailbacks on the motorway. Immediately United lose the ball from the throw. Here's Adam Robinson. Hoofed ball forward. Cox will get there first, but can David Alderwhite win it back? No, he can't. No score at the moment. Still 0-0. Another run by Holton, only as far as Devois. Head for once again by Cox. A little bit of head tennis going on here. It's eventually volleyed out of play by Lewis Hudson. Around 5 minutes gone at Suckmore Lane, still 0-0. There's a rather large contingent of Brocton fans standing behind Rich Morris's goal. Very vocal. Moodin takes the throw. Chest controlled by Kevin Thornton, played back into the fence, and Cox nods it back to Rich Morris between the sticks. Plays a little dummy with the throw and finds Rob Prinzel. Cox and Prinzel, the current centre-back pairing, due to injuries to Callum Burgess and Jamie Coleman. We are hearing that one of United's walking wounded Ben Mackey is going to be coming back next week. And they foul on the halfway line, the left-hand side. Coventry United, one of the Brocton players still down. Eventually the free kick is taken. Thornton controls, puts it forward for Ross Briscoe. Briscoe is on the move, and Simeon Townsend receives a barge in the back by Josh Wilson in the centre circle. United free kick, and that puts it into the first really promising move that United have put together so far. The best beard in the business, Kevin Thornton, formerly of Coventry City, to take the... Remains 0-0 at Silkmoor Lane. Long ball forward from the back. Lewis Hudson as well to shove his opponent out. Jack Edwards asking for a free kick, referee not interested. It's going to be a throw-in instead. Going to be taken by Luke Wright. White controls. Downline once again to Luke Wright. Cox volleys it forward. Tommy Glasgow tries to get it out of danger, plays it back to Cox. Can the captain make the clearance? Yes, he can. Long ball towards the right-hand side, headed forward by Josh Wilson. And Brocton look to attack now. Myers comes out and tries to claim it, and does. He had to get that one right as Paul McMahon was ready to strike. You can hear the Coventry United faithful to the right of myself. Not the largest away following we've seen all season, but the loyal red and green faithful backing their boys all the way. And could they see a first goal here? Simeon Townsend is brought down by the goalkeeper. It's a penalty. Simeon Townsend tripped by Aidan Stone as he tried to round the goalkeeper one-on-one. And that is a spot kick to the red and greens. Now, United had two penalties on Saturday. One was missed by Chris Cox. The second was scored by Kevin Thornton. It was the first penalty United have missed since March. Let's see how the red and greens do this time. And it is going to be Kevin Thornton. Kevin Thornton, formerly of Coventry City and Brighton, to name a few, steps up. Can he give United an early advantage? You bet he can. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Kevin Thornton scores for Coventry United 10 minutes in. And the best bid in the business proves fruitful for the red and greens. Brocton 0, Coventry United 1. And the perfect penalty from Kevin Thornton. Brocton playing it around in the centre. They've lost the ball though to Josh O'Grady. Tricks his way past one. Shrugs off the challenge from a second. Ball to the left hand side looking for Briscoe. A crucial header by Luke Wright to stop the move. It's put out of play by Jack Edwards. It will be a United throw. Hudson finds Chris Cox from the throw-in. It's back to Hudson. Cuts it into the centre with Tommy Glasgow on the halfway line. United looking to make some progress through the centre. Switch onto the right-hand side with Josh O'Grady striding through the centre. Still going O'Grady. Ball to the left-hand side. Briscoe finds Holton. It's gone out of play and it will be a corner kick. And Brocton not too happy about it. Holton had the ball nicked away from him, and it will be a United corner kick from the side. O'Grady takes the shortish corner to Thornton, but his control lets him down. Clearance made. Edwards holds up play well. Tries to sprint through the United midfield. He's given the ball away in a dangerous position. O'Grady lays it off for Thornton. He's got there eventually. Still going Thornton. Simeon Townsend. O'Grady, and through on the left-hand side is Ross Briscoe, and a good challenge. Briscoe puts it over the crossbar, but it was a fantastic challenge from the Brocton player to pull him off. Well, we have our first goals from the Champions League. Leicester lead Bruges by 1-0. The Premier League champions not doing so well in their league, but the Champions League, they're doing fine. Sevilla also beating. Stone makes the clearance. Prinzel, but he's opposite number 6. Devoir puts it forward once again. Leak is free on the left-hand side. Midland comes across to try and block the cross. Can't do so. That's United have got themselves a free kick. A push on Rich Morris, I believe. In Townsend, Adam Robinson able to find Stone in goal. United leading by 1-0 after an error by Stone, bringing down Simeon Townsend in the penalty area. And a cool, calm penalty from Kevin Thornton, giving the Red and Greens an early lead against the bottom place side in the league. Again, you would expect United to win, but games are not won on paper. Cox at the back for Coventry United, usually midfielder, of course, but he's forced to play at centre-back due to the amount of injuries United have, especially in defence. The long ball by Cox, just kept in by Briscoe, but Edwards able to catch the ball before Hudson. And Hudson blocks the clearance by Luke Wright. Thankfully, the ball just missed our camera, but the ball was fired into one of the mini stands on the right-hand side of the pitch. Throw taken by White's control, lets him down. Glasgow plays it to Chris Cox. Here's Ross Briscoe on his return for Coventry United. Slips, still able to find Lewis Hudson. Glasgow has made leak. Chips it onto the left-hand side, looking for Jack Edwards, and he's found him. Edwards slips him down the right-hand side. Cross put in, and that was a little bit too powerful. And it will Coventry United goal kick. 15 minutes gone. It's still 1-0 Coventry United. But it's easily caught by Rich Morris. Brocton will have to get more men in the box. They're going to catch Morris off guard. It wasn't the best of days for Rich Morris on Saturday. Conceding 3 times. The first goal certainly could have been avoided. United intercept. O'Grady plays into the centre circle. Kevin Thornton under pressure from behind. Tries to find Briscoe. He's in the same situation. United lose out. Jack Edwards just about keeps it on the right hand side. Tries the ball forward. Cox will intercept. Devois. Sprint to the penalty area. McMahon, good challenge from Chris Cox. And the clearance by Moodim strikes the head of Connor Leake. United just can't seem to get it away. They finally cleared the ball. But against a team bottom of the league, you'd expect United to do better than that. But Simeon Townsend tries to win the ball back from the defender. There's a side challenge on the goalkeeper, but the challenge on the defender from Simeon Townsend a little bit too aggressive. Well, that's going to be one of the more random chants I've heard from the Coventry United fan. Once again, it's Roaster away on Tuesday night. And then it will be United versus Westfield and United versus Walsall Wood. 2 consecutive home games. And it's Quorn away, Coventry Sphinx away, if you could call it away. They both play at the same ground. That's on Boxing Day. And then Westfield's away on the 30th of December to round. Yeah, the player is in fact being taken off. Ben Taylor's being taken off. I don't just mean taken off. He's being carried off the pitch. So Ben Taylor will not be able to, well, I assume won't be able to continue the match. Because right now he can barely walk. Yes, he's being led to the dressing room. So there's going to be a change made. And the goalkeeper makes the clearance. And in fact there has in fact been a change. I think it's Matthew Dean who's come on. Come away with the ball after the throw in. Here's Simeon Townsend. Thornton back into the centre with Townsend in a more deeper role than he would have liked probably. But the ball across the pitch, intercepted by Daniel Lomas. Luke Wright chips onto the right hand side looking for Jack Edwards. Abel White, ball that line once again looking for Edwards. Go. Briscoe. And the control wasn't great, he's lost the ball to Dean. Played back by Rob Frinzel to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. Clearance made, controlled by Moodham at right back. Waits for the right opportunity. Played back to his goalkeeper, who's under pressure from Hudson. Plays it up line, Abel White. Trying to trick his way around Thornton and Glasgow. Found Kenny Devois. Robinson fires it forward, looking for Connor Leake. Here is Leake. Striding forward under pressure from Frinzel. Townsend trips, he tries to win the ball back. Free kick Coventry United. Penalty kick around 10 minutes in. is the difference between the two sides at the moment. Free kick taken, and Townsend's not going to get anywhere near that one. And it will be a goal kick. Robinson makes the clearance. Leak able to shrug off the challenge from Pierre Moudin. But forward to Applewhite. Strides forward, option on the right hand side. Here's Jack Edwards. He's found him beautifully. Edwards. Cross charge down by Briscoe, but Edwards gets the ball back. Second challenge made by Hudson. Clearance made only as far as Daniel Lomas, the captain. Cross is put in. And will it go in? It's at the crossbar. And head back to his goalkeeper by Rob Prinzel. Boy, oh boy, Brocton came close. I believe it was Paul McMahon with the effort. And Coventry United barely making it out of that penalty area with their 1-goal lead intact. But here comes Simeon Townsend looking to try and add some more gloss to the scoreline and some more security for the Red and Greens. Thornton. And the attempt at a goal by Hulton was blocked. Glasgow. Here's Rob Prinzel. Forward to Townsend. Back to Glasgow. United not making that much progress so far, and they've lost the ball. And here comes Leak, surrounded by red shirts. Eventually loses out to one of them. Thornton comes away with it. Thornton. Townsend. Back to Thornton. United just can't seem to make any sort of progress up the field. They just keep on hitting brick walls at the moment. Forward to Ross Briscoe. Tommy Glasgow. Got no one forward, and he plays it back to Chris Cox. The skipper strides forward from the back. He wants a run made from Briscoe. Briscoe makes the run. He's got the ball. Tries to play a 1-2 with Hudson. The return ball wasn't fantastic, but it's put out for a corner ball. No shot. Matthew Dean forced to put it out of play, and United have got another opportunity from the corner. Still no score from the Macron Stadium, where Coventry City are taking on Bolton. It's going to Moodham takes the throw. Can Holton get it in? He whips in the cross towards Briscoe! It's blocked! The head of one of the Brocton defenders doing just enough, and a free kick given now against Simeon Townsend. Brocton just about escaping there. But Briscoe with a brilliant opportunity. It looked like he was heading towards the goal, but the head of the Brocton man denies him a goal in his return to the Red and Greens. Stone makes the clearance. Looks for Edwards. Misses with the header. But it will fall to Applewhite. Edwards making the overlapping run. Applewhite trying to trick his way away from Cox. Doesn't do so. Cox comes away with the ball. Lays it off to Kevin Thornton, who usually partners him in central midfield. Briscoe. Now Cox once again. Glasgow. Here's Josh O'Grady on the right. He's got Moodham in front of him. Can he find Moodham? Well, he might have done, but it's put out of play by Josh Wilson. And now the referee's gone back to the Brocton man on the floor. I believe it's Applewhite who's on the floor. The referee allowed play to continue for United. It's out of play now, so the ref's going to go and check on the Brocton man. They've already had one man subbed off. They could well do without another being subbed off. Ben Taylor already made way for Matthew Dean in defence. He was carried off the field after a challenge from behind by Simeon Townsend. A rather innocuous challenge, I've got to say. But now it is indeed Applewhite who is on the floor. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. And there's been an absolute goal fest in Germany. Borussia Dortmund saw two. It's only got up to half an hour gone in that match. Leicester leading Club Brugge by 1-0. Sevilla leading Juventus by 1-0. In League One, Charlton winning 1-0 away at Bristol Rovers. Scunthorpe winning 1-0 away at Peterborough. Southend beating Swindon and Lee Burge in the Coventry net. So Coventry City 1-0 down. Match has been the fans behind Rich Morris's goal. Well, chance of 1-0, you still don't sing from the Brocton lot. To be fair, there's not too many Coventry United fans here tonight, but the ones who have made the trip to Stafford are currently witnessing their team win by 1-0 at the moment. Let's hope for the red and greens that the scoreline stays the same. Cox nods it forward, looking for Simeon Townsend. Good chest control from the number 9. Tries to find his way out of a sea of green. He can't do so, loses out. Jack Edwards. Screaming down the right-hand side. Can he beat Lewis Hudson? Hudson seems to have had the measure of him so far in this game, and he has so again. 1 down at Bolton. The penalty area, and just about Prinzel over to make the block. Thornton tries to dribble his way out of danger. Thornton plays it back to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. Hoops it away towards Briscoe. Briscoe meets the ball well and finds Tommy Glasgow now. The midfielder striding away from danger on Coventry United. A sigh of relief for the red and green fans. It's put forward towards Townsend, couldn't control the ball and played back to his goalkeeper by Kenny Devois. Foul by Chris Cox, jumping over David Applewhite there. That will be a free kick to the home side, and it's been taken quickly. Edwards shrugged off the ball by Hudson. Cox gets his body in front of the winger. Tries to shepherd the ball away, but he's lost out to Edwards in the corner. Tries to find Applewhite. Side chance from Cox. Still with the Brocton man though. He's slipped. Hudson plays it forward. Briscoe tries to control, but can't quite bring it to his feet. Lomas. Devois. Forward ball, no one there. Coming up to 35 minutes gone at Silkmore Lane. We will be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the batteries on the laptop to ensure we can bring you the second half of this match in its entirety. So we will be going off there for around 5 minutes at half-time. Townsend. Handball claims waved away by the referee. Bolton. Ball down the right-hand side, no one there. And Josh Wilson will pick it up at the back for Brocton. Long ball forward looking for McMahon. Prinzel chests it over to Pierre Mudim. Mudim. Can he get the ball back? Yes, he can. As 2 Brocton players running to each other. United have the ball. It's Pierre Mudim striding towards the area. Still going, Pierre Mudim. Still going. Tries up at the crossing block well. It's still with United, however. O'Grady with the ball on the right-hand side. Can he whip this in? O'Grady. Can he get it in? Yes, he can. It's caught on the line by Aidan Stone, and a promising United move comes to nothing. But sheer persistence from Pierre Mulim, who has been incredible coming forward this season. Stone clears it, and it's out for a United throw as it's gone over the head of Jack Edwards. On the halfway line, Lewis Hudson ready to take this throw. He's got Glasgow and Cox with him, but tries a long throw towards Kevin Thornton in the midfield. Thornton to Tommy Glasgow. Lob pass onto the right-hand side, picked up by O'Grady. Mudim's with him. O'Grady tries to make the run himself. Is held back by Wilson. Referee says no foul. It's gone out for a a Brocton throw. Wilson's throw. Nodded on. It's only found a United man. Holton plays it into the centre of defence with Chris Cox. He's got Hudson and Prinzel with him. Plays it onto the right-hand side with Rob Prinzel. It's not been the most eye-catching of games so far. To be fair to Brocton, they probably had the best of the chances so far. United do have the lead thanks to that Kevin Thornton penalty. Here's Lewis Hudson. Into defence once again with Chris Cox, who actually missed the penalty on Saturday against Highgate. Plays a 1-2 with Hudson. Cox just looking for an option. Hudson makes the run. Lofted ball by Cox towards Hudson. It's dealt with by Luke Wright, who fires it straight back to Chris Cox. Prinzel. United can definitely do some points on the board to keep their promotion hopes alive. Ball forward, straight through the heart of the defence, but sadly no one there for United either. Just under 10 minutes to go until half-time here on Coventry United match day. Rich Myers picks up the ball in his box. Here's Lewis Hudson. Glasgow looking for an option. Plays it down the centre of the pitch, looking for Townsend. Beats the ball by Wright. Lovely overhead kick, but he's only found Tommy Glasgow. Need a bit of skill there from the right back, who's now playing in the centre. But sadly, the accuracy wasn't quite there. Thornton lays it off for Rob Prinzel. Mooden making a run on the right-hand side. Still striding forward, Prinzel tries to find Jimmy Holton. United lose out once again. They just haven't found their passing rhythm in this game. As Cox headed back to Rich Morris, United calling for a foul by McMahon. Referee says nothing doing, but United have got the ball anyway. Here's Tommy Glasgow. Beats Lomas beautifully. O'Grady flicks it on for Ross Briscoe. He's caught out and United lose out once again. United seem to get to a certain area of the pitch and Brocton always seem to get it away. Just can't seem to get through the halfway point of Brocton's half. And Applewhite just hit it out of play. He didn't have anyone around him, so thought it right to just get it out of danger rather than lose it to United. But still 1-0 to Bolton at the Macron Stadium. Dean clears it from the back. Lovely chest control from Chris Cox, keeping it alive for the red and greens. Thornton. Lewis Hudson. Briscoe. It's eventually found Josh O'Grady, unconventionally, you must say. O'Grady, forced on the floor by Dean. Referee says no foul. There was contact there. Edwards. Dean. Right hand side, and that's Edwards. Striding forward unopposed. Still going Edwards, still going, and the challenge made by Lewis Hudson eventually. Thornton. Now Lewis Hudson striding down the left hand side into the centre with Townsend. Lays it off for Thornton behind. Townsend again. Not best of control, but he's found Glasgow once again. United putting men forward. They need to do something with the ball. Here's Ross Briscoe. Will he whip it in for a cross? Townsend, Hudson, and Briscoe was not expecting the ball. Hudson playing it straight to Dean. Interception, but he can't take it around the Brocton midfielder. It's going over the head of the number 9, and Prinzel will make the clearance at the back. But Brocton are really getting stuck in now. Fantastic defending from the bottom side, and the attacks aren't looking too bad either, as we're around just over 5 minutes away from half. United are just trying to chip away at the Brocton back line. Tommy Glasgow in the centre circle. Finds the teenage left back Lewis Hudson. Here's Jimmy Holton, signed from Coventry Sphinx earlier today. And it's Holton's gone over to take the throw, but it's been given against United on Brocton's right hand side. As we close in on half time, Matthew Dean to take. Up line, Edwards nods it on, plays a 1-2 with Applewhite, and a fantastic challenge from Chris Cox. It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick for Coventry United. Cox make the challenge. The referee assumed it came off Edwards last. The second goal will do United the world of good before the break. Goal kick taken. Towards Townsend. Wright meets the header. Holton beaten by Lomas to the ball. Edwards. Ball towards McMahon. Cut out by Rob Prinzel. What can United do from here? Prinzel takes it around Lomas. Rob Prinzel striding forward. He's found Josh O'Grady on the right hand side. What can the winger do? Plays a lovely ball through. Here's Jimmy Holton. Can Townsend get there in the penalty area? No, he can't. Robinson makes the clearance, but it's come to Thornton once again. United with a chance. Ball into the penalty area. Townsend controls, and it's put out for a corner ball. In fact, no, it's gone out for a goal kick. It was a clearance made by Kenny Devoir, but the linesman saying it took a touch off Simeon Townsend. It went through Townsend's legs, but I don't think it made contact. Hayden Stone gets set to make this clearance 2-3 minutes before the break. Nodded on, and Hudson making like a seal there and just nodding the ball up several times. Nearly put him into danger, and United still haven't got it away here. Applewhite. Lomas, will he strike from here? He will, you know, and he's struck the crossbar. That was a try and a half from Daniel Lomas. The captain nearly leading by example. What an effort. But now United win it back. Simeon Townsend striding towards the box. Several challenges made. Townsend's gone down. He's appealing for a foul. Referee doesn't want to know. Applewhite, interception made by Kevin Thornton. Holton tries to play through Josh O'Grady. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. No, he can't. It's gone for a goal kick. United have not been at their brilliant best so far. But so far it has been enough to give United a 1-goal lead as we tick towards the break. We will be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the battery of the laptop to make sure we can bring the second half in full. So we will be going off there for around 5 minutes at half-time. Stone makes the clearance. Just kept in by Connor Leake. That one didn't stay in. It's a United ball right in front of Terry Anderson, the United manager, in the dugout. O'Grady takes a tumble, free kick United on the right-hand side, around 10 yards into Brocton's half. This will be one of the final opportunities of the first period. Short free kick taken. Glasgow onto the left-hand side now with Ross Briscoe, forced away from the box by Dean. Here's the goal scorer, Kevin Thornton. Checks his run. O'Grady wants it on the right. Holton tries the through ball to O'Grady. He's found him. O'Grady still going. And that will be a goal kick. United appealing for a corner, and they're not too happy with the assistant's decision. Not going to get too many players. Cox wins the header. Briscoe keeps it in. And Thornton keeps the ball with United. Shepherds the ball away from Applewhite. Free kick, Coventry United. Applewhite's a little bit too forceful, trying to win the ball back from Kevin Thornton. This will surely be the last chance of the first half. Free kick just inside United's half, taken quickly. Glasgow plays it back to Kevin Thornton. United playing themselves into danger here as McMahon tried to bring it back to the green side. The Badgers digging in and trying to get themselves a goal before the break. Glasgow, Thornton, just able to keep it away from Kenny Devoir. Lovely turn there by Holton. Striding forward, through ball to the left-hand side. Briscoe just brings it under control. He's got Dean in front of him. Can he get around him? Shrugs him to the floor. Referee says no foul. Briscoe finds Hudson. And a good challenge. But still alive with Glasgow. O'Grady on the edge of the box. Can he play it through for Simeon Townsend? O'Grady forced onto the right-hand side. He's got two Brocton players around him. Can he get the cross in? No, he can't. Lays it up to Pierre Moodim. And a good challenge at the back by Brocton. They've won the ball, and here come the Badgers. Jack Edwards striding down the right. Hudson in front of him trying to block his run. As Edwards tries to make his way around the young left-back. Thornton's there to nick the ball away. Prinzel, forward ball to Tommy Glasgow. Here's Simeon Townsend in the centre circle. Plays a 1-2 with Glasgow. Beautiful stuff. Glasgow striding forward. Through ball towards Briscoe. He's got the ball back eventually from Dean, but Dean makes a challenge again. And you've got to say, Matthew Dean has been incredible at the back. Lomas' long ball over the fence, easily into the hands of Rich Morris, and that should be it in terms of the first half. Thornton, Townsend, Prinzel, Holton. His pass is charged down. Daniel Lomas around Glasgow and finds Jack Edwards. Maybe one more chance for the Badgers before the break. Applewhite. And Brocton have lost the ball. Townsend takes it around. Devois, who lost it. Townsend lays it off for Josh O'Grady. Can he whip in the cross? He'll go in on his own. He's struck it over the crossbar, and that should be it for the first half. Sloan gets ready to take the goal kick. It's not been a first half full of frills and spills. It's been a very tactical game in the midfield. But United currently had the lead thanks to a Kevin Thornton penalty. The referee's still playing on. Of course, there has been a few stoppages in the match. 2 injuries to Brocton players. One of them was terminal for Ben Taylor's game. The other one to David Applewhite. Luckily for him, didn't end his match. But there could well be a few minutes of injury time. O'Grady tangles legs with Josh Wilson as he tries to collect the ball on the right hand side. It's a free kick against United. United still lead by 1-0. Robinson plays it back to Stone. And the referee calls time on the first half. Not the most glamorous game so far. Unfortunately, just the 1 goal. And to be honest with you, that has pretty much been the only decent opportunity of the match. A couple of long-range strikes from Brocton, hitting the post. But in fairness, that's pretty much it. It's not been the best of games. United do, however, have a lead at half-time by 1-0 thanks to a penalty from Kevin Thornton. We're going to take a short break now here on Coventry United Match Day to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half of this match in full. So don't go anywhere. 5 minutes time, play will resume here on Coventry United Match Day. Don't go anywhere.